So, what I wanted to bring to you guys today is a little talk about the fear of failure, failure in general, and plain fear in general. So, reading the book Love Does by Bob Goff, another one of my great books I've read in the past, is that he was talking about, I believe, Howard Schultz and other great people that he's met. And a characteristic he noticed was that these great people were not afraid to fail. In fact, in finding the failure point was that tipping point where that was where they found their limit. And so great people are not afraid to fail. And in fact, that's where they gain the most knowledge. They learn a lot about themselves. And so you can see this in Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders, I believe, was in his 60s or 70s before he started Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is obviously one of the biggest food chains worldwide. You could find KFCs everywhere in multiple countries, everywhere. And so, but before that, he experimented with 18 other businesses. He did hotels, other restaurants, other ideas until he found the one that worked. Now, it's a lot to go through. And I guarantee you that if you had 100 people that failed once, 50 would give in. And out of those 50, if they failed twice, out of those 100, if they failed twice, 70 would give in. And if they failed three times, 90 out of those 100 would give in to the pressure. And so can you keep going? Colonel Sanders did it about 18 times. And so for me, failure to me, what I've experienced in my life is I play baseball. You get on base, you get a hit 3 out of 10 times, you're in the Hall of Fame. That's a famous saying, you bat 300, you're pretty darn good considering, how much failure there is. That's 7 out of 10 times, 70% you fail. You make errors, you lose games for your team, sometimes you win games, but, there's a lot of failure. You have to deal with it mentally, emotionally, and physically. It's really tough. I also deal with schoolwork. Sometimes I get a bad grade on a test and, I feel down, but I got to keep sticking it out. I got to study harder next time, find out different ways. Maybe I need extra credit if I can redo the test, whatever it may be. I just have to, find my ways, but I never give up. See, people talk about failure, but it's never failure if you keep going. How could it possibly be failure if you keep on moving forward, you keep progressing? You fail and you learn and you move on. That's what it is. Nick Vujicic, the man with no arms and no legs, he said, if I fall 100 times, if I fall 100 times and if I don't get up, will I ever get up? No. So if he ever, just gave up into never trying to get up, because this man used to lay on his back and didn't know what to do because he has no arms, no legs, he can't prop himself up. If he were to just give in, he would never get up. So that's another man that I found very inspirational. I've read his book. Very good. He has a couple books, actually. You should check him out. Nick Vujicic. He's on YouTube as well, motivational speaker. And so yeah, I gave some examples of how I've had failure in my life. And, it's all about just going through it, moving forward. And most people are fearful. So don't be that person.